Hi everybody, Pastor Todd here, coming to you from behind the church. I like to get this on film whenever I can when I do these video reflections. At least once during the season, whether it's Advent, Lent. I think I did one for pretty much the whole year of 2020 due to the pandemic. I filmed different places around the church, and this is behind us. You may not even know that it's back here. This is the back side of the church. We have this beautiful cross. It always reminds me that God is truly everywhere. So come back and take a look at it if you ever have the inclination. So it's March 27, 28, 29, March 29th, which means it's the 28th day of Lent. And we are in Wondrous Encounters by Father Richard Rohr. So his two scriptures he focuses on are Ezekiel 47:4 and John 5:7 and 9. Ezekiel 47:4 reads, "He made me wade through the water, which was now knee deep. Again he measured off 1,000 cubits and made me wade again, and the water was up to my waist." And John 5, then verses 7 and 9 say, "Do you want to be healed? Then stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." And his reflection is entitled, "The Soul Needs Images and Imaging to Know Things." This is what Father Rohr says. "Human lives are made of moments, incidents, happenings, and what become anecdotal events, some of which we generalize about and make into full belief systems. Art, pictures, snapshot biographies, metaphors, and stories have the ability to do this very quickly and deeply for us. They touch and gather the unconscious much more than concepts do. Once we can coalesce our varied experiences into a picture, it has much more power for us to either heal us or hurt us, at least to change us. The Bible, of course, is hoping to present us with some healing stories and images that allow us to reconfigure our life in God and in truth. One of these deeply healing metaphors is water, and we see it in both readings today. Ezekiel presents water flowing from every side of the temple as the source of life, the source of endless fertility. All living creatures, fish and trees, whose fruit shall serve for food and their leaves for medicine. What an excellent image of divine abundance and the universal flourishing that comes from it. In John's Gospel, we see another image and fruitful and healing water, fittingly called Bethesda, or House of Mercy. Now we have the healing waters available and bubbling, a house of mercy for sure, but a man who is right there not making use of it. He is paralyzed as much in spirit as in his body. This is the real sin and tragedy that he must be healed of. He is playing the victim. The man says, "I have no one to plunge me into the pool. By the time I get there, someone else has already beat me to it." And he's been saying that for 38 years. So Jesus orders him up and tells him to pick up his mat and walk for himself. Jesus mirrors his best self for the man. He empowers him and gives him back his own power. He images him. He gives the man back to himself by giving him his self. This is the way it has to happen, because we all begin to see ourselves as other people see us, for good and for ill. With Jesus, it is always for good, but such perfect mirroring always carries further relationship and responsibilities with it. He warns the man not to turn back to his paralysis, or something worse will overtake you. This regressive restoration of the old persona is a very common pattern when we are sent out into new and risky worlds, when we have to take responsibility for ourselves, when we must courageously face our own lives and stand on our own courageous feet. There are very few honest guides like Jesus at this point. Most will tell you to take good care of yourself and pad your false self. Jesus never does that. Such regressive restoration of persona commonly happens to both individuals and also institutions, as we continually see in our country our social groups, and even more sadly, in our churches. They too often go back to nostalgia for the past and victimhood for the future in lieu of courage and guidance. We need healing images and courageous people to image us at our best. Nothing else will invite us into the flowing waters from the temple and the always bubbling pool of divine mercy. Many never take the risk and remain spiritual infants even much beyond 38 years. Here's a little prayer. Healing God, give me the courage to move forward and help me to see that my deepest sin might be my unwillingness to keep growing. I'll see you tomorrow, my good friends. Amen.